Hey guys, today we are checking out this really cool Balaguer Espada 2024 limited edition. And this is the gloss sky blue variation and it looks very cool and quite unique. This guitar is spec'd out with premium appointments and these models do not break your bank, which is great. So high quality for a good price. Let's jump in right away with a demo song to see how this thing sounds. Check it out. Really cool. So that was the Balaguer Espada 2024 limited edition through my new Driftwood Mini Nightmare, a really cool amplifier. For the first section, I was just using the high gain channel without the boost. Then I turned on the boost for a section. Then we went to the clean channel with some reverb in the DAW. And then back to the main rhythm tone, the unboosted amplifier. Sounded really good. The amp was being fed into my Grossman 1x12 Fatbox ISO cab, mic'd up with two SM57s and one MD421 Kompakt, and then recorded in the DAW, just double tracked, one left and one right. And the speaker that I was using in that cabinet was my Hesu Demon speaker, quickly becoming one of my favorite speakers. And by the way, if you want IRs of all my speakers, check out my Ko-Fi web store in the description below. So, some months ago I was at Guitar Summit, a wonderful convention for guitar players in Germany. And there I met Jake from Balaguer, a really nice guy. And yeah, this brand has been on my radar for a while. They make some really cool guitars and quite unique guitars as well. You know, they have like custom builds and import runs like these, and yeah, they're just a really cool brand and they have some really attractive guitars, especially for modern styles. So they suggested to me that they send me one of the 2024 limited run Espadas, and yeah man, this thing is so cool. And in terms of the looks, I really like the unique body shape with the bevels and stuff, but also the finish and the combination of the colors of the hardware. It's just one cool looking guitar and I love the looks so much. So massive thanks to the folks at Balaguer for sending me this guitar. I really appreciate it. So let's take a quick look at the features of this guitar. So this is the Espada body shape, of course. As I mentioned, I really like this bevel over here, the shape of that. And also sort of the juxtaposition of the bevel over here in combination with that bevel. Really cool. And yeah, this is the back. Again, a belly cut over here and a little cutaway over here for the shreddy bits, basically. It's an ash body, sounds really resonant and good. It's not too thin, so it's on the chunky side, which is a good thing. So it has some nice weight to it. I like that. It sits on the lap really nicely. Yeah, it's just really comfortable. And again, this gloss sky blue finish is just So cool. And I've been playing it a lot and using it in a bunch of videos already. So that also tells you something. Now the neck is roasted maple with a satin finish. This is actually the first guitar that I've ever had with a roasted maple neck. And yeah, it feels very smooth. Now the neck shape is interesting. It's a little bit on the chunky side. I don't know how to explain. I'm not really good in explaining neck shapes, but it's almost like kind of like a reverse V or something like that. So I had to get used to that. But once I got used to that, it felt very comfortable. It's just a little different, you know. And I spoke to them about the neck shape, and they said that they got similar feedback from other customers. And for the other runs, they're just going to go with a bit more of a faster shape. But now that I've gotten used to this neck shape, I really like it a lot, to be honest. It's different, sure, but it's really comfortable. Now the fretboard is also roasted maple, but this is bird's eye maple. Really cool. We've got black binding and then these black dot inlays on the neck, which looks very unique indeed. Matches nicely with the black hardware and stuff. And then of course we have white side dots on the side here. The scale length is 25.5 inches, which is great. And then we've got 22 stainless steel frets. I think they are jumbo because they are quite big. Maybe even extra jumbo, I'm not entirely sure. But let me tell you, the frets are very nicely done, very nicely leveled, very smooth. Absolutely no complaints there. So in terms of the playability and the neck and stuff, it's a really solid guitar. Then on the headstock with, again, with that cool sort of bevel going on with the black color over here, we have 6 locking tuners. And then we also have a black Graphtec nut over here. And that also just works fine. In terms of the hardware on the body, we've got an hipshot bridge that also works just fine. A black pickguard, 3-ply. Then we've got the Hypernova pickups, more on those in a second. 3-way selector switch, tone control and a volume control. And we also have a coil split or coil tap or what have you. So you can get a wide range of tones out of this guitar. Now these Hypernova pickups are quite awesome. They sound very modern. They sound sort of hi-fi, so not honky like, you know, a classic Gibson Les Paul or something like that. They sound quite hi-fi and modern. You'll hear them more later in this video, but yeah, I like the sound of these pickups quite a lot. And I hope that the sounds in the demo songs kind of speak for themselves. I like the neck pickup for, you know, fat, clean tones, and then the bridge pickup, of course, for the heavy stuff. In terms of the tuning, I have it tuned to drop C sharp right now with a set of 10s, Elixir 10s, which is my favorite brand and my favorite gauges for this tuning. And yeah, it sounds really good, looks really cool, plays really nicely, absolutely no complaints, except for one little thing, and that is that the pickups are a little bit more noisy than some other guitars that I have. And this noise especially occurs when I'm not touching the metal of the guitar. So I even talked to Balaguer about this, and it could be a little grounding issue or something like that. I did check out all the soldering points and I didn't see anything off, so I'm not really sure what that is. It's something to note, but it's not really a deal breaker. Now, these guitars are made in Indonesia. I'm not sure where they make all their guitars, but this one is made in Indonesia. Now, I do want to say that, of course, the pickguard came with plastic on it, or like, you know, like plastic tape or whatever, and it was really a pain to get that off. It's a minor thing, but that really annoyed me. Anyway, I'll give you a quick demo of the pickups and all the settings a bit later in the video, but first we're going to check out one other demo song with this guitar through another amplifier. Take a listen. Very cool. So again, the Espada through my Friedman JEL 50 amplifier with the Lichtlaerm Audio The King in Yellow boost up front. Really cool sound. Of course, the amp went into my Grossman cab once again, but this time loaded up with my Celestion Vintage 38 ohm. Really great sounding speaker. Mic'd up in the same way, and again, double tracked. All right, so now let's check out the pickups, and let's do that with some simple Line 6 Helix native sounds. The placator clean for the clean tones, and then the bedonk for the heavy tones. I'm going to use my own IR of the V30, again, which you can find on my web store. And I'm just going to play some very simple riffs so you guys can hear the differences between the pickups and all the settings. Take a listen. So that was the Balaguer Espada Limited Edition 2024, a really cool guitar and quickly becoming one of my workhorses. I like this thing a lot. Again, it's unique in terms of how it looks, also in terms of the features with the roasted maple neck, the black inlays and stuff like that. Of course, this is the only guitar with these pickups that I have, so it has a unique sound as well. And it's a well-rounded guitar too. The cleans are nice. You can do some crunchy stuff. You can do some really heavy modern stuff with this. It's just a great all-round guitar. I guess my only complaints would be that the pickups are a little bit more noisy for some reason. Maybe I'll figure that out. Maybe that's just something that is unique to this guitar. And the plastic on the pickguard was a pain in the ass, but that's a really minor thing. So yeah, I love this thing, and thanks again so much to the folks at Balaguer for sending this over to me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to using this thing in many videos to come in the future. Of course, check out the Balaguer website for more info on all their various models and their various runs. I highly recommend checking that out. If you want to support this channel, you can buy something in my affiliate links or buy an IR pack or a Quad Cortex capture pack on my web store. Really appreciate that. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know. And please also hit the like and subscribe buttons, as that also really helps the channel out. And of course, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.